it's time! The second Daily Doodle Diary tour for 2025, 365 days of art. We've got a lot to get through, let's do it. You know what? I actually can't believe it's been an entire year. Like, this is the second Daily Doodle Diary completed. It's crazy. This is a Hobonichi cousin, which means that all of this is the Daily Doodle Diary. And the first part is actually a calendar. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I did the mermaid sketches here in the calendar, which shows you just about how the calendar went. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here that wasn't really used. I tried to, and then I kind of got out of it. Yeah, that's how that went. Stuck the goals at the front. Also stuck in this drawing that Purple Waffles did because it's adorable. Printed it out and stuck it in there, of course. Now, if you watched last year's Daily Doodle Diary tour, you probably would have seen me mention the year at a glance page and how in the previous year, I just used a highlighter to tag off each day. Forgot about that because this year I wanted to actually write down what we drew loosely so that I'd be able to look back and find it. I knew I needed to do it for the first couple of months and then I completely forgot. Honestly, for 10 months, I forgot this existed and I'm really annoyed at myself for not doing it, but it kind of seems pointless now. So actually, I didn't do either. I didn't tick off each day and I didn't write what each day was. I need to remember to do that in the next one because I do miss it. So first up, we have January, and I started each month with a little bit of gratitude and then stuck down something that was memorable that month, a lovely comment or a lovely thing that happened. And this is Temi Danso saying my video quality is good, which is like the ultimate compliment because I always loved her videos. It's like a little memory for myself, that's what it is. And I actually filmed the first week like a week in my life, a week in my Daily Doodle Diary, so every single day we showed up and created some art. And this year I'm doing the exact same thing. I think it's a lovely introduction to a new sketchbook. So this is inspired by Creative Paula's colouring book. There was a particular page in there and I did my own spin on it with water-based markers. Oh, this one I love. This is Hopping on Burb Fest. I always forget that Burb Fest exists. It's one of those that like, once it happens, lots of people do it, but I forget it exists. I think this is quite cute. It's a piping plover. This one's a little bit odd, but I like it. It's literally just a black biro and I guess I ate. Then this is gouache on tracing paper, I believe. A little bit odd, but you can see lots of colour underneath, which I do like. This is one of those rice maps that I've always wanted to try. You basically pour rice on a page and then draw around it and create a bit of a map. So this is the map of every single character I created inspired by a star sign. You can see like Pisces over here because he's a sailor. And then we got Capricorn who's in the river. She's like a river mermaid now. Aquarius in the farm. Oh, I love this. It's such a lovely thing to complement it as well. The characters are on the shop as originals if you're interested. And I think in the next shop update, we're going to be turning them into stickers, like little mini ones. I think that's going to be cool. Then we have this piece, which is all neo color. The background is neo color and this is like dry neo color on top. The background was activated with water. I like it. I think it's cool. This is acrylic markers. It's a little froggy in completely the wrong colors. And I think this was the new Caran d'Ache pencil I got for Christmas. Just wanted to try it out here. If I want to try something out, the go-to is usually an eye. And in this case, yeah, this is just a quick doodle. It's kind of cute though. The intention of the Daily Doodle Diary is really just to create something every day. It doesn't need to be good. It doesn't need to be high quality. It definitely shouldn't be your best work. It's to create something each day. And this day, if I only had 5 minutes to do a quick sketch with no shading, then that's what it was. And that's what it is a lot of the time, but it's about showing up for yourself, and that's the most important part. And if you're thinking of starting the Daily Doodle Diary challenge, I actually have 2 videos that I'll leave below: how to draw every day and why you should start the Daily Doodle Diary. And they might be helpful. I gotta say, I haven't looked at this for a while and the quality definitely dips. Oh, I think this is from the random prompt part. Maybe it was like cup or something. This one is really cute. This is actually those highlighters from Faber-Castell and it went through the page like a lot. Very strange, but I I do think it's pretty. And then we have this one. I didn't want to disturb the other side, so tried to make the most of it, and it looks kind of cute. Fishies, literally just doodling with highlighters. Oh, this is a sketch I did of my partner with nothing underneath. It's not too bad. It's kind of stylized. It's kind of enough likeness there. This is oh, I know what this is. This is actually the castle ruins we went to for a How Much Art Can I Make episode. We spent so many hours there and created art non-stop, but this was exploring the castle the first time, and then we decided to do it when the weather got a bit better because it's January and this is too cold to create outside. Oh, on the back I just used a bit of fine liner and I guess worked with a bit of negative space, whatever went through the page. The random little jellyfish, random quick sketch. This would have taken just a few minutes. Oh, Birdfest again, the violet-eared wax bill in Neocolor, and I think the other one went better. I think I used Neocolor last year as well. I do try and hop on Burbfest. Oh, this is the concept for my stamp. This year I made my own shop and I wanted to create a stamp to be able to stamp like the back of my stickers and the back of envelopes and that kind of thing. And this is the original design. And then I bought a stamp that was circular, so I couldn't actually use any of these. But yeah, I cut it all myself with lino and it was a lot of fun. In the shop video that I'll leave below if you haven't seen. This looks like acrylic marker actually with like highlighter or something on top, maybe watercolor. Bit strange. No sketch. This is mild liners, but honestly this way of creating is very fun. Unfortunately something has gone through. Oh, that must be the Karen water-based markers then. Quite a few mediums went through this paper. I kind of expected more from the Hobonichi, to be honest. I thought it'd be less of an issue, but it's still an issue. Trying to make the most of it anyway, but I wasn't feeling this sketchbook as much as I was the previous year. I think because it's fancy and it's in a cover, it's expensive, I didn't feel like I could reach for it and just use it, and that meant that every day I was basically leaving it to last minute and just doing a quick sketch anyway, because I was telling myself that I should wait and create something proper, and that time never comes, so it ended up being a quick doodle anyway. So the 2026 one is cheaper than this. Oh, those eyes are a little bit odd, aren't they? They're a bit different to each other. Still, I kind of like this texture. This is from a water-based marker. I just added water on. It looks kind of fun. Oh, this is using the bleed through as well, so I kind of tried to make the most of it and turn it into a little snail. This is alcohol markers, a bit of a doodly page. It was a lot of fun. This way of creating is very fun to me. And again, tried to use what's on the other side because in the previous year, the daily doodle diary is huge, okay? It's so big. So I tried to use the bleed through and not stick too many pages in this year. Didn't really make much difference. Like the book didn't really end up that big, so it probably would have been fine to just stick things in, but didn't know that. It's all a learning curve, really. This is various offcuts of paper turned into a flower. I really like this kind of collage. What is that? Very odd. Another orange face. That's 2 in 1 month. A random little bee, and I guess I didn't quite clock that 2 colors would touch like that and kind of ruin it. This is a sketch that went wrong. I ended up trying to redo it later on because the entire face needs to be shifted along. It's all wrong, and I filmed the process, which is so awkward. This one is super quick, but I do like this way of creating where it's kind of one color and a bit of negative space and trying not to have them touch. So it's trees and then this part is the river. I think this is it for January. So now we're moving on to February. 15 minutes. I need to get a move on. Otherwise this video is going to be longer than an hour. This is a sketch for the chat on Discord logo. It looks like this. I made it. It's an animation. It was very difficult. This again is my gratitude. I did a live stream, so something lovely to remember. Thumbnail sketch. You'll see a few of these as we go along. That's for the art studio. And these are random weird little butterflies, I guess, that I created like using one line for each of them. And then we have a little teddy bear, very quick. This is actually from the random prompt pot. It's like a whole bunch of paper, and I believe we got pasta for this one. Very interesting color palette. I like it. I think it's cool and kind of capped the background. This is what I want to give away. I actually won these earrings from another art YouTuber, which is so cool, and so I decided to draw them here. Honestly, I don't think that's too far off. Yeah, it was by Small Art, and she sent a couple of stickers as well, so that was really cool. A gel pen, I believe, that I smudged a little bit for the portrait. Ah, the video went live. Oh, Oh, okay, I spent 8 months creating an art studio and the video finally went up. And funnily enough, I've now spent like another 8 months, longer than 8 months, filming the art studio makeover where we're doing like all of this pretty stuff. And that video will be going up pretty much a year after this one. That'll be going up like next month. Oh, that's gonna be a big edit. Oh, that's slightly metallic. It's a little tree. This is based on a photo, and then funnily enough, this is from Pinterest, and then I found the real person on Instagram like months later, and it was very strange. But I guess Pinterest people are real. Well, not anymore. Other than the legs being completely wrong, I think she's kind of cute. This is the day I obviously ate McDonald's. Oh, this is a one-line birdie, but it's 2 lines because it's 2 separate colors. Oh, this one I filmed for the video. This is watercolor. Literally in February, we're trying watercolor for the first time in this book. It's a look. It's very blobby. It's very patchy. If you like this look, then you might like this journal because it's very consistent. But I do think it's personal taste because it is very solid. You can completely understand why you wouldn't like it either. But it worked. It did work, and it's not actually that warped. Not really much more than the other pages. So on the back, I really didn't want to affect it, so we just got a little bit of gouache. This is a little mouse, I think from the random prompt part again. And it's the redo of the blue one previously. I'm not saying that it's better. Like, it is better. It's more anatomically correct, but it's still not what I had in mind. Just another quick alcohol marker face. And I tried to do like checkerboard on the back because I thought it would look cool poking through. Honestly, I did not realize there were this many pages where we kind of like reused the bleed through, but it's interesting. Oh, this is odd. I think I was painting, oh, I think this is Aquarius. Maybe it looks like the right color palette, and this is reusing what I had left on the brush. I think it's a tree, but it does kind of look like a bomb. I can see that. And then we have Pisces. This is the day that I painted Pisces. Look at all that granulation up close. Like, it's really pretty. It does kind of hold up well. I don't know. There's a lot of weird little pooling. I mean, it's not intended for watercolor, but it does kind of work. Oh, this is the sketch for the marker stand. I painted the little marker stand there, and it turned out pretty similar. It has the water, it has the mountains and the sun. The colors changed a little bit. All in all, it's not that different. And also painted every single piece in the middle of it, which took a while. Oh, I don't remember this at all. I think the idea was it kind of looks like fireworks, but instead these shapes come out. I think that's what that was. This one I remember doing in a hotel room. February. Oh, this might have been Yumi at 6. This might have been their final tour. Very block colors. Bold. I could kind of see this on a t-shirt, you know. I can see that. Oh, yeah. The band Yumi at 6. I can't believe it was this year. It feels so long ago. Not that it looked anything like this, but I tried. Super quick stuff on the back. Again, you can see the water-based markers still went through. You can see it did it on this side as well, which is unfortunate because I like this piece. This is Neocolor, but the water-based markers went through. And this was actually for a live stream. We got the prompt of a baby goat because Donna's goat was having babies in the live stream, and we named it Bella. We were literally on the live stream and everyone was saying, no, it won't go through the page, it's water-based markers, it won't go through. Well, it did. It went through. And this is why I have trust issues. This one is cute. This is just a little concept idea. And then I stuck a load of random papers down here, and I think this is a black acrylic paint. Why did I have it out? There was a reason. What was the reason? I really love the dry brush look on top of the colored paper, and that is February. Okay, moving on to March. Oh, this is actually a prototype for my first sticker. Oh, it looks so bad, but mems. We made an olive oil bottle. This is the olive oil bottle, and I needed a cutout to see how much space we had to see what flowers could fit inside. I wanted to keep it. And again, a very lovely message. Yeah, these are quick. I got ill, so I guess the Tombow came out. That's not a bad idea, you know. That is a mermaid in a cup of tea on a desk. Kind of like that. Didn't use it in the slightest for mermaid, but I kind of like it. That's a fun little sketch too. You know what? In the Daily Doodle Diary, I have some weird little concepts. Like all of this, I don't think I would have just thought of. Oh, this one is cute as well. I like it. Again, these would have just taken a few minutes. But personally, the most important part that I found was just doing it. It was like showing up for myself and creating a quick doodle, even if this is all it is. This one didn't go to plan. I think it was the Shein haul haul. We got a set of fake mild liners. I mean, if you ignore the obvious anatomy mistakes, the mild liners were pretty good. They were pretty identical, and they still are. They still work exactly the same. It's pretty impressive, really. A sketch for the Create This Book piece where we created a tree house by scratching it away. Oh, maybe that's what the black acrylic paint was for. Yeah, there's an idea. In the end, it didn't really look anything like this. And this is just random offcuts from the side of those pieces. So this is from the tree house. These are from movie scenes, thrifting, Create This Book episode, where we got a Thomas the Tank Engine book and then extended it. This is about the time of the 8 weird items. Put together like some weird ideas to transform your paintings. And I think this was a sponge. Very odd. Ah, this is cute. I like it. I think this is watercolor. Unfortunately, a collab that's kind of fallen through. I created this idea and I have actually painted it. I have it. I don't know what's happening to it. I have the footage. Hopefully you'll see it one day, but I don't know whether it's going to be part of that collab or whether it's going to be something that I just finished the video myself. It was for the Create This Book. Yeah, it's kind of sad. The bathroom mirror that we painted, it's not that far off. This is weird. It's kind of like a porcupine, but very scary. I think this is just leftover paint that was... Oh, it was from the mirror. Of course it was. Look at the colors. Yeah, this is leftover acrylic paint. Generally, I don't like leaving stuff. You know when people have those palettes and they just peel off the acrylic paint? Yeah, that isn't me. I've never left enough to peel off the paint. I always have to scrape it off because I'm using as much as I possibly can. Oh, this is the olive oil. This is the sketch. We covered it in clay, but not this much clay. Maybe it was just a little bit. Kind of turned out similar though. Like the IKEA stuff is kind of similar. Oh, this is Zendaya's ear. Drew Zendaya. I tried to with charcoal for the Create This Book, and unfortunately the paper was too big, so I had to cut her entire ear off. I didn't realize that we were gonna lose that much, so I just stuck it down, cut around the edges, and she lost an entire ear, and that's a shame because it's kind of a good ear. So of course I kept the ear and stuck it in here. This is from painting a movie scene. It's the edges around the nice frame. Just wanted to keep it. Random pieces of watercolor, but I think I wanted to try and see what it would look like with wet on wet and blooms. It's definitely an odd look, that's for sure, and it didn't warp too much. So then on the back, some random little stuff. Don't know what that is, and don't really know what this is either. I guess we had leftover paint and I just popped it here and then doodled on top. This is a weird little doodle. This Neocolor elephant was actually also created in a video. If you don't know, the Daily Doodle Diary is filmed over a lot of time and it's basically filmed as a vlog, so you see each piece. We either create the piece together or there's a little flip through that takes you to the next piece, but all of the videos join up. Honestly, like, they're a lot of fun to make, and so I'm so glad that you guys also like them. 2 years. There's a lot of videos on there. Sometimes it's a week, sometimes it's a month, sometimes it's 2 months. And we created this one together. I think it was based on a little clay item that I saw on Etsy. Random butterfly, random swatch page. Don't know what we were creating at this time. Oh, this is a little eye, but I actually added the background and the color because there's actually going to be a video coming up sometime this month or next month. It's 9 ways to make your sketchbook aesthetic, and this was just a quick concept for like one of the ideas. It was about adding texture, but unfortunately there's like random white blobs and I don't really know what they came from. I guess maybe like oil. Sometimes the oil from your hands or the oil from a pencil can rub off. Maybe that's what happened. This is actually a one-line thing. I picked up a marker, like this orange one, started here, did this, and kind of like filled it, and then picked up the next marker, like the yellow one, and then just did various sections. Didn't know what we were going to create, and somehow we ended up with a landscape that looks quite similar to all the others. This is kind of cute, you know? Various pieces of paper with some kind of texture, and of course we get a little doggy. And this is Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow. This is actually in preparation for the 100 Heads challenge. In 2025, I took part in the 100 Heads. We completed 100 heads in 10 days. This time it's celebrities. So I asked you guys for requests, and because Jack Sparrow was a character, I decided to do him as like a tester one. It took 28 minutes, which is too long. 28 minutes when you have to do 10 a day, that is way too much. And this is just words. The clocks go back, the sun comes out, and suddenly a weight has lifted. Yeah, basically, I don't tend to do words. That's something I've been experimenting with this past year. And now we are in April. Got the gratitude here. Stationery Pal, I did a collab with them, and also wanted to make a note of my first sponsorship, which was with Boo Glam, before making a big mess. These are all thumbnail sketches. I kind of plan out my videos now. Well, it's been like 2 years, I guess. But I make a quick sketch of what the thumbnail's gonna look like and what the title may be, what the theming, the package of the video might be, which generally makes it a lot easier to create. Then we've got the Tombow marker out again, which is always an indication that I wanted to make something quick. Before, this is the Stationery Pal haul. This is swatching every single pen that we got and then swatching the watercolors. Unfortunately, some of the words have gone through, which I did not expect. Okay, so I was writing out the gratitude and that pressed down on here and then onto here. Very unfortunate. That happened a lot in this journal. Then we have literally, how quick are these? You know what though, we did something and that's what matters. Oh, this is the 100 heads time. That'll be why we didn't do anything proper. So of course we have more quick doodles. If you haven't tried one line drawing before, where you literally have a pen and just create something and then lift the pen off, this is a super quick way to fill a page. And it's fun too, but it can literally take like a minute. Oh wow, we are doing a lot of words. This was a difficult time for me, but it's done. The 100 heads challenge is done. And then I think I went straight into mermaid, which wasn't the smartest idea. Oh, we reached 7,000 subscribers here in April. Oh, it's my little thank you. Oh, and this is from Paula, Creative Paula on YouTube. This is that trend, you know, the no AI doll box trend. I did this in alcohol markers. I made my own little version and it turned out so cute. I actually scanned it and I posted that on Instagram, which is something that I never usually do. I often just take a photo of the art on my desk because otherwise you're giving like a perfectly clean version of your art to the internet and it could be turned into AI. But if you take a photo of art on a desk, you're kind of messing with the AI system a bit. So that's what I do. After that, super simple doodles because I didn't want to affect what was underneath. This is just a quick little doodle. Oh, this one I like. It's like a skyline but with shapes. Oh, that is fun. Again, another quick one is actually the inside of an envelope. I thought that was actually quite a cool texture to keep, so I kept that. This is just brown paper, also from packaging, and this is an envelope for a birthday card, I think. So I wanted to create an entire piece using only 3 pieces of junk, and I think we managed it. Super quick. A little car. This is the back of the car. I didn't realize I did that. That's cool. It's kind of like an alternate version. There's a random little rabbit. You can kind of see there's a spider or something. I think sometimes I just really don't want to affect what's below. I'll just do a quick doodle. That is shapes. And this is actually the edge of the Create This book again. This is the airport scene. And this must be the Addams family, I'm gonna say. Yeah, that kind of fits. I can see that. I don't know. I just don't like throwing it away. Oh, we got some more packaging. This is Mermaid, all 4 weeks. Mermaid was supposed to be part 1 and part 2, but it ended up taking quite a while to do the entire Mermaid month-long art challenge, so it ended up being 4 parts, and it actually did okay. Like, Mermaid did better than Inktober, which was kind of crazy considering it wasn't supposed to be like that. It was supposed to just be a part 1 and part 2, but it took a lot longer to create every piece, so I turned it into a 4-parter. And I think part of the reason it did well is the planning of thumbnails, so that definitely does work. This piece here I'm pretty sure is gouache. This is the dry gouache palette and it looks cool. It's lovely and matte. And that's the end of April. Okay, we're going into May now, and May actually had a theme for the Daily Doodle Diary. It was character requests. This follows on from the celebrity requests for the 100 Heads Challenge. Because Jack Sparrow turned out pretty cool, I mean, it's a cool idea, I asked you guys for requests, and that's what some of these are. We got the gratitude, we got an old sticker again, and this is the Cheshire Cat, which was a request. Created whatever in the days in between. This is just covering up what's below so that we don't ruin anything. This face I do kind of like. Is that mild liners? Possibly. Again, just sticking down various pieces I wanted to keep. And this is actually from the Pompeii collage we did for the Create This book. This is what all the cutouts were. So it's like various blobs. I guess that's a dog in a party hat. And this is part of an Easter egg. I guess I like the packaging. Like, it's kind of cool. Again, with other pieces from Pompeii here, I think. Not really sure what these are. That's a doodle. Oh, I finished Mermaid and made nothing as weird as this. Yeah, that's probably accurate. Okay, this was a busy time for me. Oh, Loki was a request. And this was testing out a new label printer, which also made this. Oh, Wonder Woman. This is a request as well. And then we have random sketches. I actually transferred to a different sketchbook for the thumbnails because it got really hard to track. This is where the words at the beginning would have helped because I could write thumbnails and then go to the appropriate page. But because I didn't write that, we are just going backwards and forwards and everywhere. Oh, this is when I got the Create This Book, the worldwide collab. Oh, this is from the Create This Book collab. This is the packaging from what Cassie from the Cassie project sent me. So I wanted to keep it because like, look how cute it is. This is my remnants of my pieces. Okay, so this is the edge of the stained glass piece and these are the edges of the Monsters Inc. ones. I actually had other pieces which are in the Create This Book, but these are like remnants that I was desperately trying to keep because of course I don't have that book anymore. That book is in like Australia now. It's gone across Europe, probably gonna end up back in America. It's traveling the world and my art is gone. This is all I have. Oh, these blooms are kind of cool though, you know. And then a reader shop. Oh, this is when my shop opened. Okay, so my shop opened the day that the Create This Book went out. And then obviously I had videos around it. But yeah, this is when I launched my shop. Freddy Krueger, I think this is pretty cool to be honest. Oh, this is random. More thumbnails. More Tombow. That one Tombow marker. This is a Pokemon trainer that was also requested. And random stuck in pages with random doodles. Oh, this is sticker ideas. A collection of art supplies. Make it for a Create This Book prompt. It's a good idea, that. Oh. Gosh. Oh, would you look at these? Look at those poor stickers. They're so sad. That one's not too bad. So basically what happened is it was bad paper. It was bad sticker paper. And it turns out the paper you use is kind of the biggest part of printing. I was very discouraged after this. I kind of thought, oh, well, there goes that dream. But luckily it was just the paper. Oh, this one is a request as well. And so is this one. That's just quick. That's Astrid and Hiccup. And that's it for the May themed episode. Oh, we got so many lovely comments this time. And this is the stamp that ended up circular. Now going into June. Oh, these are quick little doodles. These are with the jumbo pencil, I believe. The one from Italy. These are the rainbow pencil. Oh, I think I know where we are now. Yes. I created these outside. We were camping, went to Download Festival, and these were all made at the tent. This is kind of cute. I like it. You know what? If you haven't tried a rainbow pencil, they're a lot of fun, especially outside like this. You can just grab a couple and create quick doodles. There is a little bit of ghosting, but that just seems to be the thing with this journal. It is disappointing though, because it was very expensive. I have yet to find a diary that doesn't do that, but we're still going. Yep, we are still going. Oh, this one I really like. I think the reference is from the Discord server. Somebody took that one. This is terrible, but it's actually Green Day. They had these like huge kind of balloons out and I tried to draw it. Oh, these are so bad. This is some halloumi sticks and duck loaded fries. Oh, they were so good. This must be when we painted the plant pots. Oh, that video did not do as well as I would have hoped. But I do like what we've created. They're a lot of fun in the studio. This one I absolutely love. This is from a photo I took whilst driving as a passenger. I took this photo from this little town that we passed. It was so cute. So creepy. But I have a shop. The shop is live. What now? The shop went live. I existed, but I was just like, what do I do now? What do I do? Like, I've worked so hard on getting the shop live. I don't know. It's a bit weird. Random idea, I guess. Oh, this one I like. This one is crazy. So it's Y2K themed with 3 colors that I would never use. Like, they're kind of odd, right? It's very chaotic, but I really like pages like this in the Daily Doodle Diary. They're just a lot of fun. I don't really do them elsewhere. Bleed through, of course, but I don't mind. This is, I guess, stars, negative space. Don't really know what that is. Don't really know what this is either. I'm sure we've already done this before, something like this. I'm not very creative. I'm sure we've done that before as well. This one was part of a video, I believe. Yeah, it's kind of similar to what we've already done, because that happens. But this this time round, the dots are in a different place, and then we got flowers, and it's like negative space, but with patterns. I like it. I think it's cool. I've never really taken this concept further. It's always just a quick doodle, so I've never tried it with a different medium. Like, it might look cooler as a finished piece. I don't know, that might be something to try. Except the bleed through is very odd. With this metallic marker, it kind of goes grey. Oh, that's creepy as well. What a creepy guy. Fabric medium with acrylic paint, so it always sticks together. It's a bit shiny too. It's very odd. So this must have been about the time that we painted the plushie as part of the big plushie makeover collab, which Moriah actually saw. We painted Cupid and Moriah saw the video and commented, which is so cool. We just ended with a super quick doodle before going into July. A quick debrief on how July went. I always come back and do these at the end of the month, so it's like in the right place, but it always feels a bit weird to come back to. Then we've, silly little doodles, that is correct. Yeah, lots of doodles. I actually improved for the video that's coming up, and I really like it. It's so strange. The collage, very odd. I don't know, it's kind of a vibe. Oh, this is the nail polish to create this book, and these are some of the extras that didn't fit on that page, so we stuck them here, put some spirals around, and didn't really want to touch it with anything on the other side. So I'm guessing, yeah, just stuck in some stuff. And of course, this is also from the Create This book. If you haven't seen, there's a lot of videos in that playlist now. That's weird. This is again from the movies. That's the Create This book. You know what though? Funnily enough, this is the Halloween episode. And do you know when the Halloween episode was filmed? July. I filmed Halloween content in July, and to be honest, it was kind of nice because I had everything ahead of time. There's a movie scene and a Create This book, and then technically there were the little spooky Squishmallow makeovers. There was also spooky sketchbook ideas, but yeah, maybe it was filmed a bit too far in advance. Anyway, being prepared. This is the scrap washi, but I tried to make it into a window, draw some stuff inside. Super quick. Oh, this is very odd. I filmed this and I didn't know where it was going. Didn't think it was going here, but I guess this is where we ended up with watercolor and color pencils and a weird little style. Yeah, again, this is Halloween. This is the thumbnail and title, and this is the scraps from the side, like the edges where it gets cut, because all of my paper is A4 and the Create This book is not A4. So then we have thumbnails. These are actually how much art can you make ideas. We've done the one location 2 sketchbooks, but didn't end up doing the others. Unfortunately, the outside videos on my channel do kind of flop. It's a real shame because a lot of effort goes into them, a lot of planning. It's kind of awkward and uncomfortable to do in public, but I really like the videos and I'm really proud of them, but they just never seem to do very well. That one is slightly different because we had issues and it had to be posted one day late, so YouTube kind of didn't push the video, and that might have been part of it. I want to give it another try, maybe in the book next time, but yeah, it didn't really work. This is just random alcohol marker and going over it. I think this is actually a plan for the hat. We painted a hat, and I think this is the concept, very loosely. Random as well, just quick little doodles. This is when we make the gouache brush pens. Oh, they do always look odd, they just need a shake. Yeah, like these, we filled them up and this is what they look like. I will say the colors ended up a lot closer than I was planning, but it looks cohesive. All of this dry brushing texture I absolutely love. Like, look how pretty it is. That one less so, but again, we're just testing out the brush pens. That one's weird. That's very odd as well, but it's really cool, the texture, the way it kind of goes like lines. Oh, this is the Moriah page. So it's the box that her plushies come in, and there was also a leaflet in there. Cut out various pieces and tried to make a bit of a poster from it. I also made a note here that she added my video to her playlist, which is so cool. Sticking to the acrylic markers, I did these little silly doodles and even more little silly doodles. This is the art prompt. So I have a Discord server, and every month there is a monthly prompt, and this month we couldn't decide. It was the first month. So we have Monster Macaroon Ice Cream, which is a very chaotic prompt. I mean, it really gets you thinking. We have a cone and various things, and this is on the book paper, which is a really cool surface to work on. And that takes us to August, where we're starting off with various little doodles with a random water-based marker. Yep, super quick. This, ooh, for the August-September episode, it was a random prompt pot theme. So each day we reached into it and created with whatever. On the days in between, I just did whatever, but when we create together, we use the pot. And the prompt is baby. I'm not gonna lie, I thought about putting the prompt back, but this one turned out pretty cute. I've never really drawn a baby like this before, like natural baby. I guess I kind of did it once before, but not in detail. Super, super quick doodles. What does that say? One line. It's always one line. Oh, this one I really like. This is the prompt piano and it's watercolor. Again, it has the blobby look that you either like or don't, I feel. Just a quick sketch along with that one. So for this, the prompt was headphones, and it's actually the day that I filled up the rest of the gouache brushes. So we got some slightly different colors this time, and they are the only thing that don't really, they don't really go through the page at all. I don't know why it's that way, but yeah, for some reason gouache just doesn't really go through the page. It's the only medium that doesn't. We've got some quick little stuff. Oh, it's a prototype. Yeah, it's a cool idea. I can see that. Oh, this is the biscuit sticker pack idea. It's not happened, but I really like this idea. Like biscuits, oh, that'd be so cute. It's not gonna come in the next shop update because there's already so many things to go up, but maybe we could do this around springtime. That'd be really cool to bring it to life. Just a little kitchen, I guess. And this is my birthday. I went to the beach for my birthday. It's usually terrible weather in the middle of August, but we had good weather for once. So I got to sunbathe on my birthday, which is kind of the dream. One line, again, you can tell when I'm busy. And a little creepy spider. Ooh, it's like a little pirate island? Desert island? There was a prompt for this, I forget what it was. Ooh, the tent. Now we're on the second festival of the year, which was Reading, and I actually work the festival, so I get free entry and just work a few shifts whilst I'm there. Otherwise, I would not be able to afford it. So we got a little doodle to begin with, and then if you ignore the state of this pony, we saw Chapel Rowan. Oh, she was so good. Bring Me the Horizon, and I saw a little bit of Leanne as well, but then we had to go do a shift. This looks to be gouache again. Maybe it's the Meaden gouache from the 24-hour colouring challenge. That looks like it. Oh, we reached 9k subscribers. So cool. That went horrifically wrong. You can tell that I probably started with the orange and then was like, this pen isn't working, and then just gave up. That is a cool idea. I like it. I think I tried to do that again later on. Random bits from the Squishmallows. Random stickers that went wrong. The note Cassie sent me with the Create This book. Oh, and this is the IKEA cutout I was telling you about. And some ink. It's found things in the studio. Yay! And a very quick doodle to end on, which for some reason kind of seems to be the theme in this daily doodle diary. September is a big one because I filmed some of the Halloween content that hadn't been filmed yet. I took part in Peachtober, took part in Inktober, like 2 big month-long art challenges. And so I don't feel like there was much really that I was proud of in the daily doodle diary. It kind of hits a point where you can tell that I get busy because the quality drops. But honestly, I think that's absolutely fine. When you're doing a 365-day sketchbook, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good most of the time. It's going to be quick little doodles like this that take like 2 minutes. That's just the way life is. And to be honest, some of them weren't done on the exact day this year because I'd already proved to myself that I could do it on the exact day. In the second one, I'm just being a little bit more lenient. If I was super busy or outside of the house, I just kind of quickly did the doodle like before leaving or when I got back, as opposed to taking it with me. Lots of lovely stuff happening. This is the one that was inspired by that blue piece that I really liked. I don't think it went very well. Maybe because it was gouache. It's a little bit patchy. The prompt from the random prompt pot is rainbow and flamingo, and just created this. Oh, this is my first mochi. I think is that how it's pronounced? Anyway, we got some silly faces. Silly and kind of a dragon, kind of not really a dragon. And these are the results of the poll for choosing the monthly prompt. So you can see kind of how we ended up with a load of random stuff because it was a little bit tied. Oh, these are so quick, honestly, like, oh, look at it. And the prompt is moon, stars, flowers, insects. And this is what I made using some big old acrylic markers. They were a lot of fun. It kind of looks blurry, doesn't it? It kind of looks as though you're looking at it from far away. Yeah. I guess it's a giraffe, but with flowers instead of spots. This is just a little pixel art piece and added a bit of a border to it. This is for the prompt scuba diving. Honestly, it turned out so much better than I thought it would. Don't know what possessed me to think I could draw it. It's definitely lacking detail, but for the daily doodle diary, this is pretty cool. And so I just stuck random things on the other side. Didn't want to touch it at all. Did not want anything to go through. If in doubt, it's easier to just stick things in. So we have random bits of ink here, I guess. Oh, and then this is the Secret Santa list. This year I arranged the Secret Santa collab that had 10 different artists in to make sure that it was a complete chain. I wrote down everyone's names on bits of paper here, put them upside down, gave them a shimmy, and then made a loop. So this is the order, and it worked. I mean, you can't really go wrong doing it the manual way. Oh, this is a little sketch I did. It wasn't supposed to look kind of Renaissance era, but that's what I'm getting. This is printing out on regular paper, the new stickers. So for the Halloween shop update, it was like a mini update. I added these two as a little bundle, the witchy on its own, and these two freebies for people that have placed a second order, so they get like a second freebie. I think it was just testing like the colors and the size. Oh yeah, there we go. I made new stickers. That is so quick. This is made with some new acrylic markers that I got. Don't really know, but we ended up with that. That is always a go-to, isn't it? How many drawings do we have of this in this sketchbook? I'm thinking this is ink from Inktober, something left over. Yes. When you use ink, you can't really reuse what's left in like a little palette, so I like to use it up. That was probably around the time of Blast, which I created for Inktober. Literally anything left on the palette, anything left on the paintbrush, I will just use up. So of course we have very quick little ugly doodles. As you can see, are those numbers supposed to mean something? Am I missing something? Maybe I am. Now, moving into October. Honestly, we've got some lovely, lovely comments here. They're amazing. But it's still a busy time. I had a couple of sponsorships, which is super exciting. I hadn't filmed the Christmas videos at this point. So honestly, I just did what I could. We have this little piece here. I love this color. It's like a lovely blue-green. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of the sea. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, this is pieces from the edges, as you've gathered a theme of the Create This book. Tried to make a little flower and some grass around it, cut up the various shapes that were left, and I could see a bridge here, so I popped some of this underneath to make it look a bit like a river. You can see these are kind of like plants on the sides and like mountains. Honestly, it might have looked cooler with a colored background on both of them, but I don't think I wanted to affect what was on the other side. This is just quick doodles. You can tell these are super quick. You can tell that this is a busy time. Yeah, that's cool. We're moving on to cyanotype. This was also for a Create This book episode. There were a lot of extra pieces, so of course I wanted to stick these somewhere. And then, yep, there's even more here. Super quick doodles. I kind of like just reaching for one acrylic marker and doodling with it, as you can kind of see. These are little post-it notes. How cute are they? I think this was from a Temu stationery haul. This is just swatching some new pens for, I think it was a journal say haul, but unfortunately they're very clashy, so this is what we've got. Another piece. I think I found this on the floor. I was cyanotyping upstairs in the bedroom and there were so many sheets just left everywhere that I think this one got lost, and I popped some stuff on, popped it under the sun. Like, this piece of paper had been out in the sun for about a week, and the fact it still kind of got something is just remarkable. Now this is for the monthly prompt glow, and I actually swatched every single piece of a new palette that I got, the Kuretake Gansei Tambi. and swatched every single one in one go on this. And yeah, we just ended up with this chaotic piece. I made the swatches at the same time, so it was kind of multitasking. It's fireworks, in case you can't tell. Yeah, various bits and bobs. I will leave the hauls playlist down below if you want to check them out. We have a lot of hauls on this channel. They're a lot of fun, so you might like them. And if you're enjoying this video, why don't you give it a like and subscribe? If you hit the bell icon, then you'll see every new thing that I post. I post new videos twice a week and they're a lot of fun. I'd love to see you over there. Now this piece here is actually from a winter sketchbook ideas video. This is a tutorial. If you want to see how to do this and make one yourself, then that's below. Every single video I've mentioned is below. This is actually the loose sketch for the Secret Santa piece. Like, this is the revised plan that I had for that piece. This is all I had. I don't know, I guess we made it work. And this is actually, well, you can probably guess, it's the wall. Obviously it's not completely done because of that, but you can kind of see the idea. And then there's even more over here. Like, some of it is done. It's still got stuff to do, and that video will be coming up in the next couple of months. Honestly though, this entire section here kind of changed. This is stuff. Various things, I guess. I think this is about the time that I was tidying the studio and I just had various stuff everywhere. Oh, this is the prompts from my art prompt book, How Much Art Can You Make? These are the initial prints where we were trying to find like the right size. This is all I have left from the Secret Santa canvas, and some new markers. Then of course we have bits and bobs in the art studio and around the house whilst I was kind of sorting things out. I got a trolley to go under this desk. A lot of the packaging went. And this is where it went, obviously, because I didn't throw it all away. Super quick doodles. This one I like. I think it might be ink. I actually did this in a video, and I love the combination of doodle style with actual painting. Like, it's kind of cool, right? Okay, we are moving on to November now. We are almost there. This is such a big sketchbook, it's crazy. And we're starting with gratitude, of course, some lovely comments, a quick little portrait doodle, which is usually my go-to, and various other little doodles too. Yup, various doodles. This one I think I saved. This one went horrifically wrong, and I think the green kind of made it a little bit more even, which kind of fixed it. As opposed to these 2-minute quick doodles, right? Like, it's just how it is. This is a bathroom. I guess I probably realized that I've never drawn a bathroom. It's an odd thing to draw. This one I actually love. The paper is by Julia McNeil Crafts, and it works perfectly for the ice cream sundae. This is more packaging. I don't really know what I did. This is more packaging. This is from the advent calendar by Grabby. I did an unboxing on the channel and we did some of the projects together too. It was a really fun video. And these are some of the boxes that were left over, like random bits and bobs. So I kind of stuck them together, made a bit of a collage before creating a super quick doodle again. And the monthly prompt is Dragon Hunt. Such a difficult prompt. I really struggled with this one. I went for something that's kind of loosely based on Skyrim. We've got the mountains, we got a dragon, and some random eggs. I think the acrylic kind of saved it a bit, otherwise it would have looked like a bit of a blob of colors. And this is a random little idea. This is finally painting the studio. So again, we were busy, life gets in the way. You've got to do what you can, and if it's just a quick doodle like this, then that's all it is. Although I'm guessing it might have been based on the book actually. Ooh, now we have some faces, some little ugly faces. I guess it's just kind of what I fancy doing at that point. And it's actually a pretty good practice because you're not using guidelines, you're really just going with it and trying to make a face work. It's kind of creepy, and you can see that sometimes it doesn't work out, but you just have to go with it really and just commit. Honestly, these might be the fastest pages in the entire thing. They were so quick to do, and oh, that kind of looks like prints. They were a lot of fun as well, completely random. And then I guess I moved on to birds. That one I'm really happy with. It's just a shame that I couldn't get the tail in. I do that quite a lot. This is the gouache brush pen. Honestly, just super quick doodles with them. Yep, super quick doodles. I remember this time. Super quick doodles. Going into December, I had this idea to get an art advent calendar, and I had this idea that every day we would open a door together and create art with that art supply. It all ended up going horrifically wrong because it was kind of a terrible advent calendar, but in December we did reach 10,000 subscribers, which is crazy. Got some lovely comments, and people actually watched my channel like in their top 5, which is mad. Like, to be above Bailey J or Drawing with Waffles, oh, that's just mad to think about. But yeah, unfortunately the art is a bit disappointing. We have a red paint, it's a bit of a weird piece. Got a green acrylic marker, not the best color, but I really liked it. It's a Sharpie one, it's really good. Then got a pink fine liner, which was a bit difficult to use, but made some flowers. This green pencil was so bad, it had no pigment. Then moving on, got a yellow ochre acrylic paint. I mean, some people got purple. Still, I think it turned out pretty cute. It kind of worked for what we were creating. A little blue pastel. This is actually my first time using an Ecoline brush pen, and it's kind of cool. Like, the way that when you add water, it really does look like water. Like, it worked for the turtle. And I want to really figure out the Ecoline brush pens because they are difficult. I think this day was a paintbrush, so I just sort of filled in the gaps and left some of the bleed through. This was a disaster. Then we got white. Literally, we got white. Fine liner went through the page completely, so you can't see any of it anymore. And yeah, we got 2 black pens. I like this dog though, I will say that. I really like this dog. It's very minimalist. Then we got another red paint. Literally pretty much the same color. And I made a little landscape scene. I made a little portrait with no sketch underneath. I think it turned out pretty good. It kind of looks like a little elf. We got a blue gel pen. I made a little bit of a collage here, and then we got a black Sharpie. Literally a black Sharpie. We also got some gold paint. I really didn't mind this. You can see it's a little bit shiny, but kind of difficult to use by itself. Oh, this is a brown water-based marker, which I actually didn't mind. It's not the best color, but I liked it. And funnily enough, we've got some blues in here, which is kind of what happened in Inktober too. It's almost like brown with water just creates all kinds of colors that are in there. This was a disaster. Yeah, we ended with another green and another blue, and then we finally ended with black. It was a nightmare. But this is another piece that I made with the red paint, and then I just used up the rest of the red paint because it was a sample sheet. You couldn't even seal it really, so I just filled these pages. This is the concept for the 10K plaque that I'm making as like a big celebration. Honestly, I really love the black and red combo. It wasn't the idea in the slightest, but doesn't it look cool being just those 2 colors? Yeah, it doesn't look like that. Then just some random hearts. I'm gonna be honest, I have been looking forward to finishing this daily doodle diary for about a month. So by Christmas, I was completely over it. Even more red. This is actually wrapping paper that I wanted to keep. Like, it's pretty cute. And a tree. Both sides went a bit wonky, so I just did this line down the middle to make it look a bit more intentional. It wasn't intended though. Tape, I kind of converted into a house. I think you can tell I'm kind of over it. So we got some random trees, and 2025 is done. The final gratitude, and just like that, the daily doodle diary for 2025 is done. And if you've made it this far, why don't you pop a little green heart emoji down below to let me know. Huge thank you for making it to the end, and hopefully you'll join me for the next daily doodle diary, number 3. I'll see you over there. Bye bye.